Artemis, will you tell me of my star?
Your horoscope? For this week? Let me see.
I believe I'm in Aries.
Right. Here we are. A prayer to your god will save you in battle later, but won't save you from the trick of an ally. The descent to your goal will be interjected by a small encounter if you don't want your back. Fear not, your friends will protect you, heed you not the warning. Before you lies a path you desire, but not before you properly suit up for what's ahead. Pay mind to all of your sensations as you continue on your journey, as what you sense might need to cease before you can move on. Once adventure whisks you away, an important person on your path may introduce themselves.
Why did you not warn me of these things before?
Well, you never asked.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jester's Court. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your dungeon master, and joining me today, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
I have nothing creative to give to you, but I can make you laugh, maybe. I'm, Artemis.
Whoops.
Maybe yes.
Great.
Forgetting the name.
That was my Tinder bio before I met. I have nothing to give you.
I'm not feeling well, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hey, I play the goat one. Because, we got a couple different animal people in this campaign. His name's Leo. He's a cool guy.
We have Seth Coveyou.
I am Seth. I have nothing to offer the world.
Oh, no.
Nihilism intro that we've started here.
and I play Barnabus Fletch, the boy animal, wizard wonder.
Boys are
That's going to be, that's Barnabas's nicknaming when he
There's
goes to college.
There's
Oh,
a
just
satyr
the
animal. There's a centaur animal. I'm the boy animal.
Oh, am I the girl animal?
No, you're the demon from...
Star demon.
A demon animal.
Danimal for short.
Oh, that's what those are! Holy crap!
I can imagine girl being like an original Dungeons and Dragons class and have like acrobat, wizard, fighter,
Oh,
and
no.
girl.
God, I just
The most mystical of all.
Small tangent. I once saw a video about like D&D players, like how to play a girl. It was like 4 guys, and it was this guy's like, in case you ever want to take an alternate perspective, play a girl. It was like, I mean, yeah, but like, why are you like this? It was so uncomfortable.
We have Sky Swanson.
Bratha,
Big spender.
Hesk.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey,
right.
big lizard.
Oh, fuck. What happened?
That's it. That's the one.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's the one. That was perfect.
We have Jonas Tintenseher.
Snøfrid of Åsbrush, the erudite equine engineer.
Ooh.
And joining us for the first time, we have a guest star. We have Chris Dane.
What?
What?
Where are they?
Oh my god, he's underneath my chair.
Oh, where'd he come from?
I live specifically underneath Seth's
How
chair.
long have you been under there?
Every day.
Oh my god.
Hi, my name is Chris Dane. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm playing a character who is yet to be introduced.
Yes, we will get to
That
that
is-
because
Who are you?
we left everybody. Well, we'll get to that. They haven't been introduced yet.
I'm sorry.
We're not going to spoil it for them.
who
I'm not
are
gonna
you?
spoil 5
No,
minutes
it's
in
big. Okay, slight spoilers. I am the real Lizard King, and
How dare you?
claiming the
Finally.
title.
I'm in control of this Zoom call. I'll kick you out.
No, it's not a Zoom call. We're all here. It's a
Yeah,
studio.
we're all in person. This is a studio.
Yeah, we
obviously.
definitely give out that.
Studio
Lots
on
of
Hollywood
rooms,
Boulevard.
but it's still 6 studio.
6 feet apart.
But last we left everybody, you have just been shunted out into the open water deep underneath the waves of the ocean. Off in the distance, you saw a glowing bioluminescent city. Further beyond that, you saw an old world building fully intact beneath the waves. And before you could decide to do anything, you heard a voice, and without further ado, Chris, I'll hand you over the voice.
Hello there. I see I have new guests.
Oh my god, it's Strahd.
Okay, let's go. I'm not doing that. Nope.
That's a throwback, ain't
Open the door. Open the door. Don't like it. Don't want to see it.
Can we... okay, we're in the water currently, correct?
Yep, you are.
I would like to splash and drown my way to the closest bit of land because very scared.
Yeah, I think Artemis, that would have absolutely terrified her, and she's just now like, oh god, and like flutter, or like not floundering, yeah, floundering.
Yeah, floundering. That's the word I
floundering.
wanted instead of drowning.
I will tell you, my cell is the only bit of dry land underneath the water.
You look down and you can see this not really caged-in area, but there is just a hole in the ground about maybe 10 feet deep. The water is not pouring into it. It seems to be dry, and you see this figure. I'll let you go ahead and describe your character as well, Chris, but you see this figure without one of these suits just sitting in the cell in this underwater prison.
Oh, that's such a fun idea.
Wait.
Yeah, that's what I call prisons. A fun idea.
Wait.
I love the idea of an underwater prison for someone who can't. I mean, we'll see if you can breathe water, but if somebody can't breathe water, drop in an air pocket.
True.
That's great.
Yeah, but you see about a 5'11-ish lanky man, human in appearance, platinum blonde hair, save for a streak of black that runs through it. Pale white skin, dressed in relatively fine clothing that has been seen wear and tear. He has a noticeable scar across the right side of his face, where his right eye is also like sort of whited out as a cataract, but his left eye is almost a luminescent glowing green. He has a little symbol of magic dangling out of his waistcoat pocket, and that's like the notable stuff.
Okay, so I was scared, but now I'm bothered.
Good.
Hesk will swim down. You see this large lizard folk, this green lizard folk, looming through the dark water, and doesn't enter into your cell, and just simply says to you,
How did you end up here?
Simply put, I am a slave.
A slave to who?
The sahuagin.
It's the gravel voice hour.
Gravel voice. Only rocks here.
Only rocks here.
Only
Gravel.
That's, he just puts
If
some
you're
gravel in
gravel,
there too.
I'm
Would you like to
gravel.
gargle something?
Everyone, want to have a nice listening experience?
alright.
How about me with a voice like a little flute?
Why do you have a 12-year-old with you?
That's a long story, and they're actually surprisingly powerful.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
when
good.
the stuff lands. Hi,
Maybe don't
Leo.
judge a book by a fish cover.
I do know not to judge books by fish covers.
Anywho, it's been nice knowing you.
Yes, you too. I feel like I was supposed to get out of this cell, but I don't know.
No, that's a seasoned wrap on Chris.
Guys, thank you. I want to say thank you. This has
It was
been the
great to
best
have you.
experience.
Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
I mean, Hesk can keep going, but if somebody else is
Well, no,
there,
someone has to stop me and Sky because we'll go for 2 hours.
I would like to say something.
yeah.
Of course.
Artemis was originally frazzled by this voice because it was kind of like we all got, shoved out of a tube dramatically, and then there's just this deep, gravelly, albeit kind of sexy voice that comes out of nowhere. But once she's reoriented and sees what's going on, and also watches Hesk, go and investigate, she's definitely befuddled and joins him and asks, how are you enslaved, I guess?
I will say it's perhaps by my own folly that I've been captured. And I sort of pull on this green scarf that I'm wearing, and I pull it down, and you see there's this little shock collar around my neck that's slightly singeing me because it's tingling a little bit. I am a purveyor of old world tech And I stumbled across this ruin some time ago, and the sahuagin found me, and apparently this is their territory. So they captured me, put me to use to collect their tech, and then I tried to pocket some, and they didn't take kindly to that.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
we have many people in our company that understand technology. Perhaps one of them can free you.
I would be most appreciative. I also understand technology, though. When working on oneself, it is, difficult.
Snøfrid has no reason to. Snøfrid has bad insight or like average, no insight, I should say. And I know out of character, we're going to bring this free Chris and bring them into a party. Does anyone want to though? Because why would we trust this person? throw an insight check in there just for the hell of it.
Hesk has been talking to them a whole bunch. I rolled a 15 insight.
Leo's on Hesk's back right now, so he'll also roll insight.
There you go. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Got a little satyr backpack.
I think that my motive right now was just to check to see if I knew Knock.
Because I just want him out immediately.
I appreciate that, Seth. I really...
Well, are they in a cell or are they in like just a water, like an air pocket, like a magical air pocket?
Yes.
So there is a gated door to it,
Okay.
but the water isn't going through the gate at all.
Very cool.
Wait, there's a gated door to the air pocket?
It's got a magic force field.
Okay. Understood. Makes sense. Thank you. Okay. Visual received.
If there's something that you don't quite understand, assume it's magic.
Ah! Makes sense.
It's not me describing it poorly, it's just magic.
Oh.
It's not a plot hole, it's magic.
True.
This one is a hole.
What'd you get, Andrew?
12 on my
Leo?
insight check.
I mean, I have not told a single lie.
You've not,
Yet.
but goddamn, you look spooky. So,
If we open up the bars, will water flood in? Or will you be fine there?
Well, I don't know the answer, but I shall be fine either way.
Can Hess try and pry the bars?
Yeah, you can try and force it open. Go ahead, roll athletics.
That's a non-natural 20.
With a non-natural 20, it takes a... Actually, all athletics checks are made with disadvantage underwater.
Oh.
But I have a swim speed. Does that correct that?
I think so,
Okay.
yeah, it would. And you have the swim speed. So, yeah, it's difficult going, but you do manage to pry the door open. And as soon as one of the bolts comes loose, water starts pouring into this hole very quickly. You don't have any issue breathing it, Chris, but you do get hit with the force of all of the water on top of it, and it does jar you a little bit.
I don't think I can talk underwater.
No.
Hess quickly calls into you, and he's like,
Will breathing underwater be a problem for you?
I shake my head no.
okay, then Hess keeps prying at the bars, and
Sorry, friend. This may hurt a little bit.
he tries to wrench the door open again. Do you want me to roll another check, or was the 20 good enough?
The 20 was good enough, and you rip the whole door out. All of the water comes pouring in, just slamming on top of you, Chris, and then you're free.
Hesk reaches in and he grabs you and helps pull you out. Did we grab an extra one of those suits, or are they just back
Nope.
where they were?
Or we didn't have any reason to grab
Yeah,
extra.
we did
Okay.
not.
Hesk takes off his helmet. I can hold my breath for 15 minutes, and he puts it on you.
I gesture no.
Well, it's that way then you can talk.
Okay, so you put it on. I go, thank you. You said your name was Bratha, was it? right,
And
right. Now you can't talk.
He is Bratha Hesk.
Bratha Hesk, thank you. For the first time, I kind of realized that there's a centaur underwater.
Yep.
The five of us are, there's a centaur, a teenager, a satyr, a tiefling, and the lizard. And all of us, until Hesk took his helmet off, I'm pretty sure all of us were just the glass helmets with our heads and then completely black skin suits.
Just latex suits all around.
Right.
And now you are wearing one.
We just look like a bunch of Tim Burton characters. with no definition or shape or color except for our faces.
That's putting it so lightly what we look like.
Well,
So not just a centaur, but a ghost centaur.
Also, I mean, how these suits go on and off is this black goo that completely encompasses your body that you might
What is
be
this
interested
venom
in.
shit?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What
We're
we
all
were
in venom
saying the
suits.
whole last time.
Either way, I
Thank you, Bratha Hesk. But I don't need to breathe at all.
That's
So you are just Strahd.
I just take the helmet off and I put it back on.
Hesk will put it back on, and he says,
That is very well, and that is good to hear. But we cannot understand you.
I just gesture to to go
well,
on.
this will be great for Chris during this podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
As you have no dialogue.
Hold on, isn't there a surface?
There's gotta be.
We were
I thought we were
somewhere.
in a big underground water cave.
We emerged in open water, though.
You are in open water. You can assume that there's a surface, although you can't see it. It could be a massive cave as well, but as far as you know, you're in the ocean.
Okay, yeah, we go up.
Hesk gets Leo on their back, and
Follow Hesk,
We're
yeah.
swimming up
Oh, I've been on your back. I haven't
to
gotten
the,
off.
to the surface.
I'm not getting off your back down here. You kidding me?
I mean, we need to be able to communicate with this person, and we need
Yeah, no,
to
I
get
know,
another one of those suits.
I'm just thinking, how far will we have to swim to get to the surface, and then how far will we have to swim to come back down? You know what I'm saying? There's probably a reason why people take the tunnel to get here and don't just swim it, especially if they are sea creatures.
I mean, I have a swim speed, so I'm like,
Just give me 5 minutes.
because I could swim faster than you guys. So I just try and swim. I leave Leo, that way then my swim speed is 30. And I just try and swim up and see if there's anything up there. Ignoring real life physics, because D&D doesn't care about that.
It's true. It's
I
magic.
care about it.
Are you going to make Hesk get the bends? Are we going to go through that?
Well, the suits must be accounting for pressure if we're on the ocean floor as well.
Magic.
Magic. It doesn't make sense. Magic.
I swim up for 2 minutes, which is 20 rounds, which is a ton of feet.
Very far.
1,200
Yeah,
feet.
thank you. 1,200 feet.
You swim and we'll say eventually you break the surface.
Oh, okay then.
And you look around and you think you might see shore off in the distance,
Oh.
but it looks far.
So this really is the middle of the ocean, basically.
It's out there. You are in open water.
Where
Okay.
in relation to the spire are we? Can you see?
That
can
is
we
a good question. You
I mean,
are
You wouldn't be
still
able to
like,
see it, right?
yeah, you can always see the spire. The land that is close to you, or closer to you, is not the Shining Spire, so you can assume that it's probably Varlumis, and you're probably on the. You trying to triangulate where you are because you know the spire's in the center, like it's off to the east. You're probably southeast of where you started. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay,
south and east of Varlumis.
If we can see shore, we can't be that far, so...
But it's still a distance. In order to communicate, it sounds like it would be ridiculous hike to go out to the land to come back.
I will say, since I was a slave and the sahuagin had no idea that I can breathe underwater, or better yet, don't need to breathe, technically there must be areas of air in this modern city if we go forward.
Yeah,
That's a very good
that's
point.
kind of what I'm implying.
Okay, Hesk swims back down. He relays all the information to you all.
Yeah, we can't be more than a couple miles out.
Do we wish to go to this underwater city, or shall we go check out this enormous building?
Do the sahuagin not live in the city?
Yes, would they not just enslave us too?
I literally can't say anything. I'm underwater.
Just going for it. Anytime you need to speak, just snag the helmet off of Hesk and put it on
Okay.
yourself.
Gotcha.
I can hold my breath for 15 minutes. Like, we Gucci.
This isn't important. I'm just curious. When we take off and put on the helmet while underwater, does it airlock for us and then clear the water out of the space where the helmet is?
Slowly, yes.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
It probably takes about 3 minutes for it to drain the water.
Just curious if we were just
I
put
got
the
nothing
helmet
to
on
say.
you are now drowning in a bowl of water.
Just at minute 12, Hesk will snag it back.
I'll snag the helmet from Hesk for a second, and I'll go.
I was caught within the ruins of the old tower itself trying to investigate.
Chris, maybe you can introduce yourself with your name as well if you want to, but...
Oh, sure.
He still has.
Hey, look, ain't no one asked my name.
That's true, no one did ask.
But then my helmet is off now.
I'll assume someone asks, and I'll steal the helmet from Hesk.
So, sir, what's your name?
There you go. There it is.
The only name I've known myself as is Arvoitus.
Wow, that's kind of dramatic.
It sounds Latin. Do we know what that means?
It's not Latin.
No, but is that like an old world language?
Yes, it is.
Ah, very nice.
Then I give the helmet back to Hesk.
Can I
No more
roll,
questions.
History to know if that name means anything?
Yeah, you can roll.
This is 25.
Whoa.
It's Finnish in origin, I'll tell you that.
It's Finnish.
I got you. Halfling.
No.
Oh no, that's Maori.
It's Finnish. It's the language of the old ones. Finnish.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I like it.
Has nothing to do with the old world.
Is that where we cut when he says it's Finnish?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Stop the episode.
It's just straw spelled backwards.
Arvoitus, you've been to the city maybe once or twice, but not really. It's mostly populated with the sahuagin. There are also...
Are we just going to change it every time we say it?
Yes.
I thought it was sahuagin.
I'm trying to emulate other... I call it sahuagin, but I was emulating Chris here.
Sahuagin, Sahuagin.
Shark people, ooh ha ha.
Yeah.
There you go. So Casey, is the tower closer or is the city closer?
City.
Where we came out. City is closer? Okay.
Yep. You probably tell them a little bit about your experience in general and how they captured you and also took most of your things.
Oh yes, I'm missing everything but my wand.
Oh, are you a wizard?
Yes, I am.
Oh, we got a couple of those.
Okay.
Oh my god, we have 3 wizards.
Good. I could not tell because all of you are dressed in form-fitting black clothing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, but I wear glasses. And the wizard...
The wizard hat smushed down into
Is the wizard hat just like silhouette?
No.
You can
All
see
you
the
need to
wizard
know-
hat in the bowl.
All you
And
need
the
to know
fishbowl helmet.
is he's like a dweeby little kid and he wears glasses. He's obviously the wizard. A wizard.
Oh, stereotypical.
It's the biggest.
Good. I'm glad to know I'm in good company.
Well, you're in company, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're kind of morally gray if I had to put a label on it.
I would not call myself morally gray.
Well, what'd you call yourself?
I don't know. Morality is bullshit.
Why are we morally gray?
This is interesting philosophy.
I'm a good person.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a good
You're
person.
a great person, Snøfrid.
But is the average weighed out? If you're a good person, but they're all bad people.
But yeah, we've done a lot of murder, and have we thought about that at all?
Well-
Hold on, Barnabas, how are you? You've done a lot of... Well, actually, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
We've been protecting ourselves, and we've been acting in self-defense.
I mean, true.
Hess gives 2 thumbs up while still swimming along. That's all they could do.
That's fair. You know
The
what?
good old
Touche,
double
touche.
thumbs up.
Double thumbs.
I don't like hurting things either, but this is a very dangerous world that we live in.
Hey, you know what? It really is. I've died twice.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's not fun.
How many times have you died, Arvoitus?
I've, to my knowledge, never died.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say once.
I would simply, if I had to label myself as anything, it would be reborn. But
Oh.
Reborn, like religious?
No, I don't. I follow magic, but that's about it.
What then?
Oh.
What do you mean by reborn then?
This might be a better conversation once Bratha stops potentially drowning.
As that's to snag the helmet off of you because it's
The Sonic
11
drowning
minutes.
music starts playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's that bubble?
So I have to ask, what's your plan going into the city here?
Like we
Why?
own it.
Why would you ask?
Kick-ass chew bubblegum.
Yeah.
But you know that there are other slaves here. They have them around all the time. You also have a vague idea of where your stuff might be. So you can try and get it, but you have a strong feeling if you get caught, you might be, put back into your cell and everybody else might be collared.
Gotcha. Well, I will warn them about that.
So you remember, Chris, I know I told you this a while ago. You don't have your spell book.
Nope. I know the spells I have remembered.
Yep.
Oh, I don't actually know what that means as someone who has never played a wizard.
I could share my spellbook with you.
I don't think that's how spellbooks work.
We could share our components with you, though. And
No, but
That is helpful.
It's how friendship works. Arvoitus.
We've just met, and I don't know any of you that well.
We literally, the 5 of us met while we were in line at the docks, and then we had to fight a mob together and some of the sahuagin, and that's how we became friends. So.
I feel like I've known you my whole life.
Yeah, that's pretty much. You're part of the crew now. That's how it goes.
Okay, I didn't know I was signing up for a cult, but okay.
Avoidus, don't worry. I don't consider you one of
We
us.
kind of are a cult.
We could be if you wanted to.
Helmet, back to Bratha.
One of us.
I just wanted to add to that conversation. I picture like Arvoitus gets handed Barnabas's spellbook and just can't read his magical handwriting. Like, nah, sorry, this doesn't work.
The ink just drifting off underwater.
Hey, it's magical ink.
That is true.
The magical
All right,
ink.
so the magic.
just
I mean,
drifting off underwater.
Wizards all writing code. What is Atrix like underwater?
Barnabus told you I don't have to be wet.
Wait, that's a good question. Does the symbiote goo kind of like cover the backpack that he's in?
Yeah,
as well?
you just see the imprint of Atris's face on Barnabas's thigh.
I hate it.
Oh, no.
I love
His thigh.
He's got the bag on his hip.
It looks like the Necronomicon.
Blade!
Oh, no.
Okay, I think we should go to the tower.
I agree. I think we should go to the tower instead.
So I will give Arvoitus a little bit more information on that as well, as he has been there. You have been to this building before. The sahuagin will send their slaves there in order to retrieve tech. You know that the reason most likely that they've been collecting people is whatever they send in there doesn't come back very often, and when it does, they are very interested in the tech. But you also know that most of the groups that have been sent in there have not made it past the first or second floors. Ooh. And it is probably about a 6-story building.
I relay that information.
You know it's very dangerous there. You were fortunate enough when you went to not see anything in there. You know that there is a decent amount of dangerous wildlife that could be killing people, but you haven't seen, like, all of the tech that you brought back and you were trying to steal, none of it was on. None of it's ever really on until you give it to an artificer who finds a way to power it.
Right. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the helmet back from Bratha, and I'm going to go,
look, it's very dangerous in the tower. I would feel much more comfortable if I could get back my spellbook and my particulars.
Okay, so then, is it safe to enter the city then?
Absolutely not, but we're going to have to do it anyway.
I guess, okay, then the follow-up question to that would be, what would be the safest way to enter the city?
With great stealth.
With a windshield wipe? Because we're underwater.
I don't know about stealth while we were all swimming. None of us are very good at it, except for Hesk.
Look, I can see that we are not necessarily built for stealth in general, and less so underwater, and that is where the plan's ending so far for me.
I think we should go to this tower. I would like to help get that collar off of your neck. It seems like a bad idea to attempt to do that underwater if it is shocking you, because electricity conducting. So I just want to find an air pocket to take that off of you first, and then I suppose we could try and enter the city.
We'd probably maybe find an air pocket in the city.
Or we could go right back to where we started. Take it off.
Filled with water.
And then go.
We'd have to remove the water from that air pocket.
That's another puzzle for next week. Bye, everyone.
What is the how big is the city?
So it is probably maybe about half the size of Windsail.
Wow. So still big.
That's that, yeah.
That's okay. No, we leave. We dealt with a village of like 50 kobolds and goblins. That's a whole ass city of shark people.
But they liked us.
Yeah.
Who liked us? The shark people? They liked eating us.
The kobolds.
Right, we couldn't probably have beaten all of them if we needed to fight them. This is a bad idea.
But the good thing is we won't have a Fjerned situation, because we only left one alive, and they're currently in prison.
So they have no idea.
They have no idea. They sent people, and then no one came back.
I think we're overthinking this. I think that we go to the city, we just talk to them, and it'll all work out.
That's such a positive thinking, and I love it.
That being said, let's not do that.
I mean, there's got to be a way. Like, I'm on your wavelength. That there's got to be some way to get into the city. I don't know. The point that we made last episode was that there are obviously people coming to the city. Like, we are wearing these suits that people probably go to the city wearing. So perhaps there's some kind of blending there.
Yeah, maybe they just think it's anybody wearing the suit. It's anybody dressed in black. Yeah.
Arvoitus, you have been given one of these suits previously. You know that they give those to the slaves so they can breathe underwater.
Never mind. They know exactly what's going on.
Well, slaves can enter the city. We just need to look like we're entering with a purpose.
We don't all have collars, though.
Well,
I do have a nice hunchback thanks to this suit and a weird thing on my leg.
Okay, let's make a decision. Are we going to the tower first, or are we going to the city first?
Yeah, I think city.
City.
Oh, it's city.
We're going.
I go wherever Hesk goes because I'm not leaving that.
Okay, so there are a couple of ways to get into the city, and by that I mean we're gonna have a fun skill challenge.
Ooh, skill challenges!
Yes. So the way skill challenges work for you listeners at home, because I think this is the first skill challenge we've done, you need to successfully complete a number of skill checks without failing a certain number in order to get where you're going. The way that we're going to do it here, you have a couple of different options for what you want to roll for the skill check, and we'll do each one individually, and we'll kind of narrate how it goes based off of the roll and which one you're going for. So stealth is kind of an obvious choice. You can roll stealth, but on top of that, you could roll persuasion to try and talk your way in with some of the sahuagin. You could try talking to some of the other slaves as well, who might be able to help you out. You could roll intimidation on either a sahuagin or on some of the other slaves. And you can try rolling animal handling, because as you get closer to the city, you can see that there are lots of other sea creatures swimming about the city. The most of what you see is sharks. However, there are some other ones as well who might be slightly more friendly than the sharks.
Oh, are they like dogs down here? Like everybody's got one?
Oh, is it like dogfish?
Like dogfish?
No,
dogfish
they're not.
is a kind
I mean,
of
they're like guard dogs, possibly, yes, but not fully domesticated.
Gotcha. Well, with those options, I have a +4 to animal handling. So if we need that, I can do that.
So, to kind of set the boundaries of how this skill challenge is going to work, everybody has to at least roll 1. We need 6 total successes, and we'll say 3 failures and you get caught. So,
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Who would like to go first?
I would like to go first.
Okay, Barnabas, which one are you going to be rolling for?
Doing what?
I would like, can I game it out and say perception to look for obvious threats and maybe subtle threats?
I will let that assist someone in what they're doing.
All right.
I was going to say I can take... So the sharks are on the outside. We have to get past them, correct?
They're kind of all over the place, but there are some outside as well, yeah.
But they would be the furthest out obstacle we'd have to do.
Possibly, yeah.
So I guess I'll try to... I was going to say, can I take animal handling as the first one to try and either get them to allow us to pass or to... I don't know, if... having an awareness of, like, their passing and just trying to get past them in general is what I'd be trying to do.
Yes, you can roll animal handling on the sharks.
Okay. Or does anyone disagree with that?
No.
No, go for it.
Okay. I'm nervous. I hate these things.
Nah, you're gonna do great, kid. You're gonna do great.
We do them in the D&D stream that I do, so... Okay, that's actually not terrible. 14?
So, are you trying to just go up to it and convince it? Are you trying to sneak around it?
I guess, like, it would kind of be, like, I was thinking we're trying to pass by them, but
Sure.
say we garner the attention of one, I would try to either misdirect it or to...
Right.
Yeah.
So, you start making your way forward, and you definitely get spotted by the sharks.
Yes.
There are a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you swim towards them to meet them ahead of the party, trying to convince them that perhaps you aren't worth going after. You're here because you're supposed to be. Or maybe you're trying to bribe them with some chum or something along those lines.
Get the chum.
In her pocket, I don't know, maybe she carries chum.
All
right,
guys really
no,
nice.
hold on. That's Artemis's mundane magic item. Leo has chairs. Artemis has got chums.
Yeah!
No!
Infinite chum bucket?
Oh, yes, chum. So helpful in the desert.
Oh my god.
And you convinced maybe 2 of the 3. One is not convinced. That is one failure.
Oh, so close. Ugh.
So it's gonna be a tough challenge.
Can I try and intimidate the last shark?
I rolled an 11 on my perception. Could I perceive that they're thick-headed? I don't know. don't talk to that one. He's a
they're
moron.
actually really friendly.
Yes, Sky, I will allow you to try and intimidate the shark.
Okay, awesome. I mean, we'll see how well I do, but for Bratha's gonna like pull off the helmet and just like he sees the shark's jaws and he's gonna show off his own.
Give him the shark mouth
God,
to mouth.
I can't do well on these. I got a 12.
With a 12, you pull off the helm, and the shark is just even more excited that your flesh is exposed and gets ready to come at you. That is a second failure.
My flesh.
Leo,
As
what
I'm
you
on
got?
his back, I would just like to kind of raise my arms from behind him. So it looks like he has 4 like creepy black spindly arms popping out of the back.
All right, I'll let you roll that one with advantage.
Woo!
Let's see what
Okay,
you got.
Sky. So oh no.
That's an 8, so 12 was the higher. Thanks, Leo.
I don't have any of those skills. My pitch was going to be similar to Seth's in using investigation is the skill for like deducing things and putting clues together. So I wanted to kind of analyze the paths of various patrols and things and find us a spot to move through them.
That I will concur with, keeping in mind that with Rachel's failure, the situation that you're in.
Yeah. All right, good news, gang. It's not a problem because I rolled our 3rd failure with a 10.
Oh my god.
Nice. I'm just gonna roll my stealth to see what I would have gotten. Natural 20. Good. I'm glad I saved that for last.
Yeah,
you
you
happy
gotta
that
let the
you
guest
team-
roll his dice.
Aren't you happy that you teamed up with us?
Yeah, this is good.
So, okay,
I'm glad I
here's
would have made
basically
by
what
myself.
happens.
We literally didn't get 10 feet. We swam up to 3 sharks on the edge of the city, said hi, and they just immediately were like, hey boss, we got him. Just on the little shark radios.
Yeah, so you swim up. Artemis, seeing the sharks clock you, swims up to try and meet them, and maybe throws them a little bit of chum. Some of them grab the chum and swim off, but the third one just stays there. The last shark is unconvinced. Hesk, seeing the trouble that Artemis might be in, swims up and tries to intimidate it with Leo on his back, putting his arms out, trying to emulate maybe some elder being to try and scare it off, and it just looks even hungrier. And then Snøfrid is looking around, trying to figure out, okay, if that shark is here, then that means maybe the patrol is, and then looks and sees it coming right at you.
Yeah, that tracks. That's very appropriate for Snøfrid, actually.
Yeah. This is good.
You are all surrounded by probably about 15 of these sahuagin and several sharks who have come over. You can see the 2 that accepted Artemis's chum being kind of downcast as they have been reprimanded by the sahuagin.
They got ridden up.
Yeah, they got written up.
With a newspaper on the nose.
They surround you, and have out their lightning spears, and you can hear one of them just shout, "Surrender!"
How many are there? 15?
About 15.
We could take him.
Plus about maybe 6 or 7 sharks.
I don't think we have a choice.
So let's talk about these suits. When if someone were to evacuate their bowels, would it get filtered out of the suit?
It's J.K. Rowling rules. It just gets magicked away.
It gets magicked away. All right, there you go. Nothing happens.
Oh God.
Magic.
Well, I put my hands up.
Yeah, Artemis puts her hands up.
Seeing everyone put their hands up, Leo's gonna look at the group and be like,
Why do we gotta surrender for? We're already slaves. We're on duty patrol.
I glare at Leo.
We were told the sharks need feeding. We're here to feed the sharks. What's the problem?
Yeah, we're slaves, all right.
Leo, I think they're going to feed us to the sharks.
Yeah,
Not if you drop the ruse immediately.
What ruse are we talking about?
One of them is going to try and stab you with a spear.
well, that's nice. I have alert, so I see it coming.
You do see it coming. That's fine. That's going to still be a 16 to hit.
16 to hit will hit.
Okay. So that's going to be a total of 6 piercing damage and 1 electricity damage. And all of the others are also ready to spear you if you don't stop.
Okay,
Bratha puts their hands up.
understandable.
Put my hands up.
Ow.
Okay.
Also, am I gonna die? Did I just get a hole poked in my suit? Am I flooding? What's going on?
Artemis looks at Leo and says, "You know, you might have your third death if you keep talking."
Oh!
You know, it worked once. I mean, it was worth a shot.
Leo?
It did.
Leo.
So you are all ushered into the city, and as you are being brought, you have sharks kind of flanking around you, some above, some below. The sahuagin kind of have about 2 or 3 on each of you at this point, all with 2 on either side of you and 1 with the spear pointed at your backs. And you're swimming through this city, and the bioluminescence is just really something to behold. You can see, looking at their buildings, that these corals are sort of growing off of them in branches. You can see several different other normal aquatic life, like octopi and squid and fish just swimming through the city as well, just paying it no mind. And you can see a lot of these other people in helmets walking around, swimming around, going from building to building. And you can see that there is actually probably a decent amount of tech here. You can see some of it. It's a lot of basic stuff, similar to their shocking spears, but they seem to be relatively advanced in the tech world. For those of you who have seen Eaterland and the tech that they have there, this is different but close. But eventually you are brought into a specific building and have to swim sort of downwards to get to another pocket of air. This seems to be another cell chamber. The sharks are kind of left outside, but you are brought into this area with the sahuagin. You can see that there are several already there in armor, and they have their spears at the ready. And there's about 10 different cells. 3 of them are currently occupied by different people, and you are all ushered into a separate cell.
All of us in one, or all of us?
Each one of you in a separate cell.
Okay.
Your helmets from these suits are also taken off and taken out of the room.
And they've taken all of our equipment.
They will take your weaponry as well, yes. And those of you who are casters, they do take your spellbooks.
No, Atrix!
Barnabus, don't let them take me! He goes back into the water.
Oh, no! No, my friend!
Barnabus! As soon as Atrix speaks, one of them drops him, and he just hits the floor. Barnabus, help me!
No! You can fly! I'm hurting you! Please come to me. Come to my arms, Atrix!
He starts trying to fly back to you, and then is grabbed and brought out of the room.
Atrix!
Barnabus, I wouldn't yell too much. They did the same to my book. It was not very good.
Oh, what they do?
Well, the same thing. They took it, and it it was bad.
No.
It's very bad. They bent the spine.
Oh.
Sir Arvoitus,
Yes.
I apologize.
There's no need to apologize. I apologize. I don't imagine the tower would have actually gone better, but I think we were doomed to fail. Like a god is working against us.
You know, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, some kind of horrible sociopathic.
Hesk is like sitting on the floor, like almost in a meditative trance there, and he just...
My God would never work against me. Change is inevitable, and it will come.
Well, there's more than one god. Bratha Hesk.
He's technically right. Which is the best kind of right.
Snøfrid is just completely like shut down, staring at a wall.
Aw.
I was just gonna ask if there were actual like guards like around.
So there's probably about 2 towards the entrance to this air-filled chamber, but other than that, not a ton. There are also, as I said previously, 3 other prisoners in here. You can see that there is a human dressed in somewhat sailor-looking outfit. You see that there is a gnomish woman, and you see a tiefling who kind of is dressed in... Leo, you might kind of recognize this, having seen a lot of scrappers. You too, Artemis. They are dressed in what you would assume to be scrapper regalia, with a lot of leather gloves and apron and such. And they're just kind of sitting in their cells.
Artemis looks around at the other people and notices the gnome and just tries to get their attention. Hey, are you from Eterlin by chance?
She kind of is just looking down at the floor. She has her legs pressed up to her chest. And she says, No, I was from Varlumis. And the tiefling actually pipes up when you say Eterland, and he says, Yeah, I'm from Eterland. Why?
I mean, I don't know, just felt like asking, I guess. Sad situation, but familiar places.
Yeah, you can tell me about it.
How did you end up in this cell?
Me? My ship capsized in a storm. Probably about... It's hard to tell how long ago. The sun doesn't really happen this far down. But I've been in and out of that old world building several times now. I'm actually one of the few who keeps making it out.
One of the lucky ones. Or unlucky ones.
You can see the gnome gets really kind of sad and looks back down at the ground when you say that.
What happens in that building?
They send us in for tech, send a bunch of sharks to watch the entrance, make sure we don't come out too early. If you don't get enough tech, they get you on the spot. They don't want you just going in and standing around. Otherwise, you'll come out with whatever they find suitable, and you're allowed back here.
What do they call this ritual?
They just call it scrapping.
All right, I was looking for like the game.
It's not much of a game. They don't seem to take much pleasure in it.
I disagree. I saw them casting lots.
They call it the look for tech.
The look for tech.
The price is right.
All right, sorry.
Sorry, you did not get us enough tech. It's time to die.
A bunch of people clap. A bunch of fish just Hesk will notice. I like to imagine that Snøfrid is across the way from Hesk. Hesk will notice you sort of looking dejectedly at a wall, and he opens his eyes now. He's still in that meditation.
Snøfrid, do you remember our conversation at the fire?
I don't think Snøfrid turns, but like her like back leg kind of twitches in that horsey way. It's like affirmation.
There's a fly on you. Slap. Just kidding.
Have you brought about the change you were going to bring?
No.
Then you need not worry in this moment. Your time will come, but it is not now. You have work to do.
Ooh.
And Hesk will stand up and he turns to those other three.
You need not worry anymore for your lives. My friends and I are very powerful, and we will protect you and ensure that we all make it out of this in one piece.
It was powerful. Not as powerful-ish.
The tiefling kind of chuckles at this. Really? Very powerful. I can see that's why you have the collars on.
We're powerful but stupid is the problem.
The gnome kind of bucks up at you saying this, though, as does the human who hasn't said anything yet. The gnome says, My name's Sally Hilwick Forgath. What are yours?
Bratha Hesk.
Wasn't I was going to go? Okay. I'm known as Arvoitus. I'm pretty sure we've actually been on a few scrapping missions together.
She hasn't actually been out. You don't recognize the human. You have seen her.
Okay.
She has not been out on a single scrapping mission yet.
Gotcha.
You have been here for maybe a little bit longer than her. Everybody who was brought in with her has gone in for a scrapping except her, and none of them have come back.
Oh, good. I'm good.
So she is not in a good way.
This is good. This is good. I'm happy.
You haven't seen the human before, though. He might have just come in.
Gotcha.
Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft.
Leo, having just finished kissing the ground multiple times because finally dry land. Oh yeah, Leo. Sorry, kind of was preoccupied with that.
I'm Barnabus, Fletch, the wizard.
And our friend over here sitting down is Snøfrid of Åsbrush.
My name is Esperosa. That's the tiefling. And the human off in the corner kind of makes his way over towards the door to his cell. And he says, The name is Marcus Devanter. You said that you think you have a way out?
I thought you would know the way out, Devanter.
Leo just pinches like the bridge of his nose.
I'm cracking
really tight.
over here.
Hesk tries to reach you through the bars. It just can't. You're just just out of reach.
I mean, that was
Let me at him!
on one hand, it was good. I can't fault them for it.
No,
but on
it
the other
wasn't.
hand, just the timing is sort of low.
I think that was just Seth. Barnabas is not in a joking mood.
Well, I mean, our plan is not much of a plan. It probably involves the large lizard breaking bars and then us haphazardly killing sahuagin until we get out of here.
Our best bet is to wait until we get to the tower, I think.
It's true.
We could take some sharks rather than a whole army.
But we have nothing on us. Now we are all without our gear.
I can make us weapons. Crude, rudimentary ones. But they will work in a pinch.
We all get shanks.
Basically, lizard folk have the ability.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, it is.
Actually, no.
It's in their flavor.
So Rachel Beats, I have the Cunning Artisan. As part of a short rest, you could create a shield, club, javelin, darts, or blowgun needles from materials from a slain creature.
No,
So-
it's more than just like a crude knife. You can do blow darts?
I can make like a full weapon, basically.
You can
Wow.
with it.
But yeah.
Artemis chimes in, I don't need much to wild shape.
Oh, it's a shame you can't turn into aquatic creatures yet. Oh, that would have been so useful down here. Giant
Yeah.
octopus.
Can't you? Isn't that 4th level?
Oh my god, is it?
I was gonna say, I did get a bonus to my...
As you're having this conversation, though, there seems to be something coming from the water entrance to this room, as 4 more of these sahuagin guards make their way up out of the water, and they all stand at attention, and you can see the guards who were standing at the entrance before straighten up. As a 5th sahuagin makes their way out. It seems a little bit older. Some of the scales along his right cheek are missing, almost as if they had been maybe even removed. And you can see that they have several extra rows of teeth to the point where they're almost just completely coming out of his mouth.
Oh, so freaky.
Dressed in this simple seaweed clothing, he approaches all of your cells. And he says, My. 6 of you now, making your way here of your own volition. This is quite odd. And we'll see you next week.
What? No! It's not already time?
Why did we get the budget for the ghost of Alan Rickman?
I was about to say. Absolutely
Mr. Weasley.
What? No, that's such a that is.
It's like it's like a
least
cliffhanger,
favorite cliffhanger. Yeah,
I was almost like
so
he does this to us every week to see us.
This
suffer.
is your least favorite Sky, not like the mid combat cliffhangers.
Honestly, yeah, I'm more invested in this guy than I don't know someone dying. It's whatever.
Leo,
Yeah, that happens all the time.
It happens every other week.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Well, thank you so much for being able to join us, Chris. We do plugs at the end of the episodes, as I'm sure you know. So do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I will, but would Rachel not like to go first? Because she always goes first.
No, the guest goes first.
I don't want to go first.
Rachel
Just do
always
This is an established
We're
rule.
mixing
The
it
guest
up.
goes first.
I like.
Dude,
I
it's
like
just-
how
it's not
they
established.
observe.
I'm the first
We've
guest.
Exactly, we're
Always done
establishing it
this.
now.
Established as of right now.
Surprise!
Yes, okay. I do have things to plug. You can find me on YouTube at Dane Studios, where I do a bunch of radio drama, nerd shit right there. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, both the same name, Super Chris Kent. I do a lot of voice acting stuff there. I do a lot of nerd drawing art stuff there as well.
Awesome. Rachel?
Great.
You taking it now?
Chris brought up a really good point. I do have my Twitch. I also have a bunch of other social media that goes along with that. So yeah, twitch.tv/Majora's Rose, but it's Majora's Rose everywhere else, like Instagram. The Facebook is really dead, but Instagram and Twitter. But actually, Twitter is, I think it's Majora's Rose TTV. But yeah, you could follow those places as well.
Guys,
Yeah.
let's bring the Majora Rose Facebook page back.
Let's
Oh,
bring
okay.
it back.
Spam it with messages.
Let's pop it in, you know?
Let's just do like those Minions memes that like boomers do, just all over.
That's good.
Jesus. I also have a TikTok, but yeah, everywhere.
I'm TINTENSEHER on YouTube, Twitch, and itch.io, where I post short RPGs. I have other socials, but I don't use them, so don't bother.
Can we do a new thing with guests too, where the guests try and pronounce? the
No,
last name?
absolutely
No.
not. I'm
No.
not. That is not my cross to
That's
bear.
only
Chris,
No. Please help
Chris,
me.
please, it's really funny. Please
I'll try. Okay, so I've heard Casey butcher it so many times that I don't know how to say it properly.
Exactly. That's why I want the guests to do it too, because they have my horrible
Let's
influence.
see. Yeah, I only have Casey's saying of it.
Let's see it.
Andrew put a pronouncer in there that I don't know if it's right,
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Well, we're waiting.
but it's Jonas Tintenseher.
Pretty good, yeah, pretty
Hey,
good.
look at that.
And
They
the
could just be
knowledge
saying that,
grows.
I'm definitely wrong because I only got a pretty
It
good.
sounds. Casey did one where it was like the Intenser, and it was like that, but with a Z, which was closer. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
You can find some of my stuff on a couple of different other podcasts. You can go to Apon Plays, their Root campaign. I play Apricot Brandy III. You can find me as Blue Bulb, the Mayor of the Gnomes, on Whisperling, which is on YouTube. And you can also find me in live action, playing a detective in Blue Hundreds on YouTube by Detention Entertainment Films. So go check out all of those fun things.
If you like this podcast, why not leave a review on Apple Podcast or send us a message on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at RPJesters, or send us an email, rpjesters@gmail.com.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, right
Talk
now,
to
if you
us.
leave us 5-star review on one of those things, we'll give you a shout out right about now.
Right here. Your
Yeah,
name
it would
could
be here. Your name here.
This is where we would put your name, yeah.
Think of
But
this
right
as a
now,
billboard.
we're gonna
And
shout
again-
out Greg. Greg, I don't know
Greg.
if you're out there, but
Thanks,
if you are, buddy,
Greg.
thanks for watching.
Wow, Greg.
Is Greg real?
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.